What's going on, boys? It's your boy Hatch here, and today I am back with another Real Steel video, but today it's a little bit different. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made the gold bots from WRB, the mobile game, and it was just an idea that popped in my head after I made the Quantum and Adam Gold robot video. I was like, why don't I just make all the other robots that have like their gold variants in the mobile game? But yeah, if y'all want more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will definitely do more of them. I'm thinking about doing one for Phantom and Ghost, but without further ado, now let's get to the video. Okay, at first now we're going to show how to make the Adam Gold bot. So pretty much all you need is to use all of the Proton robot parts. I believe they were part of the DLC, but Proton Fist, they just kind of looked wonky, so I decided to use the sparring gloves, which honestly I think they're a lot better, and it's actually Adam. But yeah, and then the cores. Personally, I have been using the Rising Speedster Speeder 150D. It just kind of makes the punch speed and the movement speed a lot quicker. And then motherboard, I used Power Ultra Processor, which again makes the punch speed a little bit quicker. It does lower the power charge and like the generator, but it's fine. And then the hydraulic fluid, I believe I've been using the particle fluid because, you know, just kind of boosted up the energy, the resilience, and all that stuff. But then it was also because the energy overload on this bot. But now I'll show you guys like color schemes and all that stuff. So I'll go to his head. With this, I just used the color, and then I've been using just 60, 60, 60, and then 5, because as the robot is shown, like it has kind of like a dark, like around the face, and then with the gold, personally, I was using the gloss on top of, you know, just the normal yellow, but the gloss is all the way up, so, you know, it makes it like shinier and stuff. And then for the glow, I went on to the Real Steel like save game editor, I believe that's what it's called. I'll put that video down in the description of how to get that if y'all don't know how to do that. Pretty much I went into there and went to the robot editor and tried to get Adam's color as close as possible. I will show that on screen right now, but pretty much, and then everything's just the same, just Adam Gold, pre-match dance, fighting pose 1, and then like his tech moves are just the normal ones that he has, and then taunts pretty much the same thing, just like with 2 different ones. But yeah, that is Adam Gold. So now I will move over to Zeus Gold. Now we are on to the Zeus Gold bot. Pretty much it's just the kind of the same as the Adam Gold. You just get the specific ones like the Jupiter head, the Jupiter body, all that fun stuff. All of these I believe are DLC. I'll have to double check, and then yeah. But all that stuff, and then the generator, I used the P1 Mega Gen because the energy overload. Like, it kind of boosted down like his punch speed and movement, but it kind of matches him with the Zeus normal bot on this. But then the motherboard, I used the super combo. Don't know how to say that word because I'm dyslexic. But, and then all that fun stuff. And then the hydraulic fluid, I just used the Dextrol Supra. And then with the design, I just used the same thing as the Adam Gold, the yellow, but all the way up. But then, as you could, like, with the WRB one, he kind of has some of his, like, you know, iconic like black from his normal robot, so I kind of tried to fit that into this robot, but it was kind of hard to do like the gloss with it to get it like as shiny as the normal Zeus spot, but tried to get it as close as I could, you know, use the gloss, but then switched it from yellow to black, but only did about like 55 on the gloss. But then the glow color is just the normal green because that's how Zeus's color is. We'll go down to the profile, which is Zeus Gold, and his pre-match action is his Zeus entrance when you're fighting him in like the little campaign. And then his tech moves are a little bit different because I used the King's Bash, which you could also get from the Real Steel like save editor. Same with the Zeus entrance from his like one of the final battles, and then the Nuke Fist to the head, and then the Tyrant Blow because it kind of just gives 2 different like finishers and like 2 heavy hitters. But yeah, and then the taunts, check my guns, big jump, 360, check my guns again. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory on the Zeus Gold bot, just kind of the same as the Adam, but a little bit more detail on it. But yeah, I believe we are now moving on to the Noisy Boy Gold bot. Now we're on to the Noisy Boy Gold robot. This one was a little bit different than the game. Well, kind of because it doesn't have like the Japanese like letterings on the shoulders or the chest or anything like that, which honestly is so stupid. I wish they would have like kept that design with the parts, but if there's like a mod or something that could work, let me know down in the comments because I would like to download that. But this one was a little bit different because in the mobile one, there's not really that much like purple, and also like the purples are in like weird spots that aren't really in this. So like change like the face mask purple, the shoulder blades purple, and then kind of just added decals of purple in there, to get that little Noisy Boy like iconic fit. So yeah, and then well, it says the same thing, just the Berserker head, this one, and then I believe the Shogun body, arms, I used the battering arms, and then the fists, it was the canister fists, and then the legs is the Shogun legs. And then with the core, with the generator, again, the Rising Speeder 150D, motherboard, the Power Ultra Processor, hydraulic fluid, I just used the Dextrol Supra, and then profile, the Noisy Boy Gold, the pre-match action was Walk, Action Pose 2, and then Heavy Barrage, Ducking Blow Combo, Wakizashi Straight, and then Southpaw Pain, Revolution. Those are all his tech moves. And then let's get to the paint, which I will go into the head. It's just the same as the Adam Gold, the Zeus Gold with the gold, yellow all the way up with gloss. But then with the purple, what I used is just the gloss again. And then with the purple, which is kind of the same, but that is the kind of color scheme I used. 16 red, 3 on the green, then 52 on blue, and then 25 with the purple. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Noisy Boy Gold, and now we will move on to Midas Gold. Now we're on to Midas Gold, and I tried to match it as close as possible with the mobile game. It's just the same with the gold, with the yellow gloss all the way up, but the head is the Gordias head, and then pretty much that whole set besides the fists. I use the pummeler fist to match like the actual Midas in the game, because the ones that are used for this one are it's kind of the same as with the Adam Gold, but the generator is Riding Speeder 150D, and then motherboard is again with the Power Ultra Processor. Hydraulic fluid is the Regenetrol Premium to kind of get like the resilience, recovery, and all that stuff up. And then I'll show you guys how to use the get the Mohawk. Can't remember which pattern. Oh, I used the band metal, but then with this I kind of used a darker orange to kind of match his like Mohawk, which is 93 red, 39 green, 0 blue, and then the gloss is 12 because it's not really glossy, but also his is kind of like actual fur. This one's just metal, but you could kind of do it however you want. But so yeah, and then the flow colors, eyes are yellow, and then the rest of the body's orange. And then we'll go down to the profile. Midas Gold, pre-match action, crowd pleaser, fighting pose 4, tech moves, headbutt, executioner uppercut, arm breaker combo, and then dragonfish combo. Taunts is just cutthroat and throw the X, all that fun stuff. But yeah, that one's pretty easy. I use silver, kind of the same color as Adam's face, and kind of with just the inner lining with kind of to make it a little bit different. But yeah, now we're on to our last robot, which is Metro Gold. Again, gold color, the same as everyone else's, but we're using the scrap heap head, body, arm, but then with the left arm, well, that was the fist, but the left arm I used the clunky arm, because it kind of gives off like Metro with his like hammer arm and stuff like that. And then the fist is obviously what you saw was the hammer fist, and used about like the same silver as Adam Gold with his face on certain parts to kind of match it to the game and kind of give it a little bit unique. Same with like Midas Gold. And the cores I used was again Rising Speeder 150D, motherboard, Power Ultra Processor, hydraulic fluid, the Regenetrol Premium, and then profile, Metro Gold, pre-match, Pound Fists, fighting pose 3, tech moves, Dirty Strike combo, Brawler combo, foot trap, and then flashing, body below. But the taunts, rock out, whoop whoop, rock out, whoop whoop, kind of stuff. And then yeah, and then glow color, obviously used red to kind of match Metro and stuff like that. But yeah, that is all the gold robots and how you make them. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was, hopefully it was pretty informative on how to do it. You guys can like pause and like look how to do it. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I am heading out. Peace out.